Hello everybody, welcome back to UKSG Green with 4 E's, although we didn't put that on the layout, that's unfortunate. We'll get to that later. We are raising money for Crisis and we're in the middle of our Sonic Walk with game number 3 right now. And I just want to give a massive shout out to the fact that we've raised over £2,000. We got some donations that we will get through on that. Please do keep them coming in and don't forget to put them towards our incentives. We do have the Witch Door on the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe and of course the Mort the Chicken all cutscenes. More on them later because right now it is time to get your drift on with Viper ready to run some Sonic Drift. Take it away, mate.
Thanks very much, Alec. Yeah, don't know how this happened, but we're here anyway. Yeah, Viper runs a Sonic game and it's racing. Who would have thought it? Right, so this is the all Grand Prix for the game. There's 3 different Grand Prix, and I forget which order they run. I think it is green, yellow, red, in that order.
Yep.
Green being the easiest, red being the hardest. We could do 6 tracks each with 3 laps apiece. And we'll be using Amy for this entire run because she's the fastest character. Don't ask me how that works neither. I have no idea other than I will be driving and I'll try and hopefully get either Arg or Link to chip in with some sort of Sonic lore. So the run isn't too boring for you guys and it's somewhat interesting. So we'll get the run started first and foremost. So we've got green and we'll select Amy and we'll get ready on time. So get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so off we go. What could possibly go wrong? Green Hill. Good old Green Hill.
On the Green GP. Very fitting for this event.
Anyway, whilst I'm driving, Sonic Law, go.
Sonic Drift is a game of all time.
That's it.
I mean, it is a video game you can play. This is actually one of the games that was on the Game Gear. For those of you that don't know what the Game Gear is, it is the device that drained your 6 batteries in about 30 minutes if you were lucky. So you probably wouldn't even been able to finish this speed run in a set of 6 batteries. But what you're seeing Viper doing right now is, as the game suggests, is drifting around some of the corners. He's being very modest on the game. It does look fairly simplistic, but honestly, you can spin out, you can crash into enemies, you can crash into the rivals that you're racing. And while the first level here has loads of invincibility and using loads of the power-ups here, maintaining this speed is actually quite difficult on it. Like, it's not uber difficult compared to some of the other games he's played, but
and they expect that on every single race.
That is going to happen in every single race here. But the idea of the GPs here is just to come first, get the most points. You do get awarded points at the end of it, and sometimes they can be a bit of a butt. We're now in Marble, which of course is the second stage you would see in Sonic 1, but it's in drift form now. You can see Viper picking up a number of things. Rings allow you to use your special ability. Each character all has different special abilities. Can't remember which Amy's one is fully. Sonic's is speed, and Eggman's is drop bombs, but the rest of the characters I can never say that I've ever played. But there's also the monitor boxes here. The red ones give you a speed boost, the blue ones give you the invincibility. The main goal here is to try and stay in the middle of the track as the corners are coming up. Sometimes you'll see Viper slowing down just to try and get back in there on that one as it's doing that old school retro racing look. And while we're doing that, we have a £5 donation from Delta the Techie that says, it's nice to hear about all these times, but I can't confirm Arging's time because it's not on speedrun.com. I didn't expect to get attacked in this run of all runs, but there you go, that's what's happening there. That, of course, is going to our Witch Door, the Blue Door. And a quick update on that right now. I believe the Blue Door is in the lead by £5 on that. So Stanley did not walk through the Red Door. He is currently going to walk through the Blue Door and is good at following instructions. Springyard. Nobody likes Springyard.
Good soundtrack though, I quite like this, surprisingly.
It's interesting how different it is from the original one, considering like Green Hill is just Green Hill. But yeah, it takes the aesthetics from the games, like the backgrounds there, you can quite clearly see that it is meant to be Springyard on that one. The obstacles at the side of the maps there, you can see that's the kind of little boxes and that you would move up and down on the cycles and whatnot. It is pretty fun. We've got a number of different stages that you're going to go see, and there's the spring. Does exactly what it says on the tin. It gives you a wee bit of oomph, sends you in the air, allows you to skip obstacles, items, and some other things as well as you're running through it.
I do generally wonder what that is in those giant boxes though. Like, it looks like the top of Tails' head.
It does look like the top of Tails' head a little bit, yeah.
But yet, don't know what it is.
Also, we lapped Eggman.
It's
obviously the best bit about this. Yeah, that's probably going to get old pretty quick. And
that
Eggman always
ugly
used to finish
sprite. It's so ugly.
Labyrinth.
I mean, look how happy she is.
She's
though.
very happy, but
She doesn't even look recognisable, I don't think. after
But
everything else I think said and done.
the sprites that you see in the positions or the table are also glorious. Eggman is furious when he's lost.
I will actually kind of say real quick, so the obviously the red, as Arg was mentioning, is a turbo boost. Blue allows us to go off track and not lose any speed whatsoever, so getting like this actually means that I can drive off-road and it won't affect me. However, if I pick up another, as you saw, as I pick up another power-up, it will cancel it out, so I do have to be careful with what I'm doing. So hopefully with a bit of luck we can get either a red or a blue, I'm not sure. There we go, and across the line. Again, lapped Eggman. He didn't even get to the line. Poor
So
guy.
sad.
Anyway, yes. So the main thing to kind of just quickly mention, so we do the same 6 courses, well, same 6 environments, we'll call it, zones. But each course will be slightly more difficult than the last. So the green's usually like the easiest layout. By the time you get to yellow and red, the track layout will be a bit more difficult. Now, there's a reason I'm running just Sonic Drift 1 and not 2, is because I tried 2 and I absolutely hated it. 2 has rubber banding out the backside, and believe me, I've never played a more cheating game if I ever tried. So hence the reason why this is just Sonic Drift 1. Now here comes the big bombshell. So funnily enough, people think that I picked this up because of Linky, of course, or maybe Nag, of course. But this is actually me doing this off my own back. So
I had absolutely
no one
zero
had
input.
any involvement in this. This
I
was
don't even
actually
think I
me
was
playing this.
beside you at all or anything.
No,
I
you
think I
were
was
at
back
my
home.
house. Yeah, you were back home at the time. So as you can see as well, if we accidentally hit something, or if I go off the track, we do spin out and drop some coins, or rings, sorry. Yeah, they are rings, not coins in
Yeah,
there.
that's
Nice
Mario
names,
terms. Don't use
I
Mario
know,
around
sorry.
here.
Coins.
Oh, you've said his
Rings.
name. He's going to come back now.
No.
But either way, I
but yeah,
digress. But yeah,
I
so
was back home.
just so we get this out the way now, like I said, I was the sole responsible person that did this. That was like, you know what, I'll submit Sonic Drift, and out of all the games I submitted, of course, this was the one that got picked.
Well, it's also like you tried Play Drift 2, wasn't good, in your opinion.
No, but I played
and
Drift
you-
a while ago and
And
was
you
like,
also played All Stars Racing Java of all versions.
you made me do that.
I did not make you do that.
Basically, all I'm hearing here is just one of us, one of us, one of us.
One of us.
Never, never. I will never turn to that side.
But
Oh
yeah,
god, Amy loves to spin out today. Wow. Okay.
you did say a day or two ago something that you do prefer Drift 1 because of its simplicity.
Yes.
It doesn't try to go
Drift
overboard.
Drift 1's handling, even though I'm making it look a bit difficult at times, or going off the road like that, is that, to be honest, I found it to be relatively straightforward to pick up. Granted, I'm not the best player in the world, but it doesn't really matter about that bit. The point being, I actually found this to be relatively straightforward, and it was one of them days where, weirdly enough, I was playing the, I think it was the Sonic Gems collection for the PS2. Played this a little bit and was like, okay, this is okay, but I can definitely do better. Also, that is the first one, so sorry, we'll get ready for a reset, because we're going to have a reset.
How did you do that?
Oh, secrets.
Did you press the reset button?
I definitely did not. No.
On your GameCube?
Yes, I definitely did that. So we're moving on to the Yellow Cup, again, with Amy. So the main thing, above all else with these games, apart from driving fast, of course, also the easiest track layout ever conceived. I'm pretty sure that's just the Indy 500.
NASCAR!
Essentially, yeah.
It's too square for NASCAR.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Yes.
NASCAR's more overly shit. Oh, no, rounded
That
rectangle.
and it's all right turns instead of left turns.
Yeah.
But either way, I digress. So, in my opinion, the hardest bit about this run, amongst everything else, is that, to be honest, it is once you do the first race. The idea of the first race is to get in front of the other characters and stay there. Now, in the second, third, and fourth races, so by winning this first race, I will always start at the front, so they won't really be too much of a problem. I probably just jinxed that now, haven't I? But they aren't really too much of a problem, and I think most of the time loss, apart from how you drive, comes down to how fast you can get ahead of the guys in front. So, like, the first race will always be the most trickiest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You were getting really unlucky the other day during practice because you just could not get past, was it
got that.
Eggman or Tails?
Tails. It was Tails, and I kept calling Tails a bloody squirrel.
Yeah,
like,
you did.
damn squirrel.
You
It's
were
like,
calling
it's
him a
fox.
squirrel.
I was like, never mind. Either way. Also, I'm pretty sure this looks familiar to one of the green tracks, if I'm not mistaken. Because, again, layout. Also, yeah, it's quite funny as well that in this particular game, when you do one of the springs, the game actually takes you round corners, so it can be kind of an advantage in a way. It's like, oh no, I've got to go round a corner. But then you take that, and you see how the car just follows the corner? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not gonna, it doesn't fire you into a wall, which is quite funny.
No, it keeps you on track. Magically.
Sure. Oh, I missed the invincibility. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. So on top of the power-ups that we mentioned before, so the power-ups are an interesting one because if you are invincible and you hit a red power-up or you hit a spring, it cancels out the power-up. So you have to. The idea is to kind of just dodge any spring when you've got invincibility. Also, this has a nasty first corner.
Yeah.
For some reason, this hairpin, I don't know why, is very nasty. I've hit numerous things, and I missed the invincibility. Nevertheless, regardless, but look, it bounce.
We'll be there for next lap.
Oh yeah, it'll be there. The other thing is as well, is that I don't know how the whole invincibility tokens work. I presume that if an AI picks it up, there we go, that you don't end up collecting it. Now, luckily I've missed that one. So I want to try and keep this as long as possible. So you can tell here that I'm not I can go off-road and it won't matter. Until it runs out, and then when it runs out in a minute, there we go, we'll just do it all again. Also, get used to hearing this, because, yeah, unfortunately, this is probably going to be about another 50% of the run. The other thing it doesn't do, by the way, even though it makes you invincible, is it doesn't make you go through other cars and everything like that, so, yeah. Also, Amy wins again. Yellow on. Regardless. Yeah, Arg, you had much experience with this.
I have had experience with it. I did the entire series playthrough that included these two games, and yeah, I'm not bad at Drift 1. I agree with you, the Drift 2 is harder than 1 on this one.
I mean, they thought Drift 2 was better and so good to release it globally.
Yeah, this was a Japanese exclusive.
But see, now we get in all the compilations and that, which is very good.
Indeed. Also, Amy's really zooming.
She do
those speed lines.
So the funny thing is, I've actually got a slight backstory, I guess you could call it, which I've not really said before. So when I was looking at the leaderboards for this game, in the hopes of who should I aim for on the leaderboard, I spotted a Mr. Hypnotics.
A bloke?
Yeah, I spotted Hibby. And I was like, okay, that's my target to beat Hibby. And sorry, Hib, I accidentally destroyed him. But at least he gave me something to aim for, so thanks to Hibby for that one. Even though he had no idea that I was running it. Like I said, not even Linky knew that I was running this.
No.
It comes as a massive surprise, so yeah.
I think I then just sent Hibby some ominous message being like,
what did you do?
Be prepared.
Yeah, what did you do? Did you do this? No. But yeah, so you have to have some sort of competition start in some games, I think. And I think that was a pretty good one. Also, is it just me or does this track look like a fish?
It is a fish.
It is a
It is a
fish.
fish.
It's easy fish.
Fish.
No, competition in speedrunning is always healthy. The good news is there's some leaderboards if you do want to compete. Although Farnier here has a £10 donation that says there's no runner named Sonic on the SRC leaderboards for Rise of Lyric. So that's a lovely little tidbit that we had on that one. I don't know what Farnier's trying to get at on that one. I'll ask them later. But we also have two massive donations coming in right now. We have a £100 donation from Arbalist. Woo. Clap, 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 clap.
Clap, clap, clap.
That says, thanks to all the organisers, hosts, tech, staff and volunteers for an amazing event, and good luck to all the runners with a little smiley face. And then we also have a £100 donation from Polistar that says, fun fact, every time you donate, I get a notification on my phone that we've received a donation. Now, I'm not going to unmute notifications on my phone, so surely you all not inundate me with notifications as we try and meet this Mort the Chicken incentive. And he has indeed put it towards the Mort the Chicken all cutscenes incentive, which our description is wonderful. It just says, these cutscenes are heckin' funny in the chicken game. It's currently at £135 out of 1,000, and I believe Polistar has just issued the challenge there. We have about 6 hours to get that Mort the Chicken. Let's blow up his phone. Let's get those donations coming in. £5 donation to send a notification to his phone. What you should all do is just send it with the words "made you look," Because hopefully he sees it and he keeps looking with made you look on the phone. Hashtag not sorry. Now back to the drifting.
There is not much to say other than drifting.
Well, there is much to say. How are you actually controlling Amy here with the drift? And like, sometimes you've spun out. Like, do you know what's causing that?
Nope.
All right, fair enough.
Other than just skill issue, I think that's the only answer I have for any time I spin out. Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it was when I picked this up and was like, I just remember just thinking when I was playing it, I was like, this game's easy. I don't know why. It shouldn't be easy. I was like, wait a minute, this is a racing game I'm actually good at, and it's Sonic related. Also, I was like, yeah, I do remember specifically one thing. Also, the red tracks, so these are the hardest. Was the fact that people did mention, I can't remember yourself, Argo, if you mentioned it or not, but I know people was like, oh, you should play Sonic Drift, it's a racing game, and it's Sonic, and I was just like, no, not happening, not a chance,
It's a hard
no.
racer as well, which you don't like.
Yeah, I just looked and was like, no, there's not a chance. Well, about that.
Look at us now!
Yeah, look at me now. But yeah, it's all good fun. Anyway.
I do
she
love
says.
when you drift. You can drift so much that you can almost look like you're drifting backwards.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, but there's a problem with like that. You drift too much, it drifts out, so unfortunately. You have to catch the drift.
Yeah.
But you can't quite catch the drift.
I've seen 90 and I think I've seen you maybe even hit like 135. Like
That's
on a
lovely.
brief occasion. It's so funny, you can just
As you
lean
do.
so hard into the drift.
At least I'm not leaning going around corners, so that's fine.
I mean, you would do it, not do it. I can't remember what
Did I do
game
that
you
in
were playing.
practice? I did it in practice.
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
were leaning.
At one point. It was just like, yeah, sure.
Woo.
For some reason, even though that's Amy's sprite, to me it doesn't look like Amy.
It's
I
because
don't
she's
know.
like this with a massive mouth.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. Either way. But yeah, the sequel, Side Drift 2, it's surprising that that was the one that got the friggin', you know, international release, and this gem didn't. Although, as I was saying before, also we get 2 pogo sticks with the springs. Is the fact, obviously, like, as I was saying, like, how I came across this was because of the fact it was on the Sonic Gem collection for the PS2. And just started playing it randomly one day, again, casually, nothing else. And the fact that I just was like, wait, this isn't too... I mean, it's a bit difficult, but I was like, I'll probably get used to this. And then after a bit, I just picked it up instantly and was like, wait,
You did like a fish to water.
Yeah, somehow. And I still... To this day, I still can't explain it. Like, genuinely, you know, it's just one of them games you just sometimes play.
It is what it is.
Literally, yeah. It is what it is. Also, we're past Eggman just before the finish line. Take that, Eggman. Anyway.
I do prefer the theming in this game with the tracks, even though it's
It's
based on Sonic
simplistic.
1. But like,
It's simplistic.
see trying to set up the the leaderboards for Sonic Drift 2. God help
Also,
the mods.
Easy track. Supposed to be. That corner, the one that's at the very end of that straight, holy cow, is it bad.
That is 90 degrees.
It looks like it's an easy track, this, but believe me, it's not as easy as you think. Mainly because of this corner.
Nah.
Oh, well, you have the 2 springs, so it's not too bad.
I
Oh, we
don't-
got invincibility.
It doesn't look easy. It looks like a whale.
Now, if I get the spring, it'll cancel this out. Will it? There you go. There it goes. There goes the cancel. And we're back to invincibility again.
Ah, don't worry about it.
So yeah, apologies that everyone will be like, I'm getting sick of hearing this now. It's like, it's just part of it. It is just part of it. The idea is to get the red boosts, and obviously by getting the red boosts, you get the red boosts, and they're supposed to actually give you a lot better top speed. Blue just like I said, blue lets you keep your speed off-road. I prefer the invincibility ones rather than the speed boost because speed boost can be a bit too hot to handle. Now this is actually a challenge of a track.
It is.
Surprise, surprise. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know what there is to say about this track other than this game really does mess with my head for some reason. I don't know why this track does. Also, yeah, having invincibility through this really helps.
Yeah, I think this track, you know, you have to drift a lot, but I think actually that's the strat for this game is to try and always be drifting, surprisingly enough. I don't know the specifics of it, that's what I've heard.
See, now I can drive off-road and it won't matter. So that's fine. Also, and then get them through there. We
What an
go.
odd position to have them both.
Oh yeah. Oh god. Oh, missed.
Well, I guess since there's not much talk with one, we can continue talking about two. The GP layout is very weird. So we have, you know, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, red, which makes sense. You know, for this game, it's like a traffic light. You know.
Yeah.
It just naturally makes sense. In Drift 2, I believe it's purple, white, green. I don't understand why those colours specifically. And I don't get the order either.
Me neither.
It's very weird. Also, as you're watching with this, we're going through Green Hill, Marble, Spring Yard. You know, we're going in the same order every time. Drift 2, it's all over the place. There's more than
and
6 zones.
you have a partner as well in the sequel. In the second one, you actually have two. Like you can pick who you're racing against.
Oh, you're right.
And who your rival is for the thing. That's also another thing. Rather than you just pick a character and drive, it's like, actually no, we've decided one step better that you've got to pick who you're racing against and who you want your rival to be, which I suppose was a unique feature for the game, but at the same time it's just like, but why? Why was this a feature? Like, why was this a main feature of the game? God
Drift
knows.
2 also introduced bottomless pits as well
Okay.
on some tracks.
Maybe
So
that's
if you went off the track in some areas, you would fall and would have to get placed back on and lose a bunch of time because, as you'd imagine, it's super slow.
Also, we're going to be coming up to the last race, and once we cross the line, it's I think when I see the ending screen. I think so. At the end of this race for that will be interesting. So probably about a minute of its time. So we'll see how we go.
Well, we got a donation question here for you and chat as well. We got a £10 donation from Mario. Yeah, it's that guy again.
Oh no!
Question for chat. Should I invite that blue guy and his friends to the Mushroom Kingdom so they can race in a proper kart race?
Mario, go away. You had your time. That's all I'm saying. I never thought I'd stick up for the Sonic community, but today I chose violence.
I'm going to say no because we're actually getting Crossworlds pretty soon.
We are.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
It's going to be very interesting. We're getting both. You've got Mario Kart World coming out very soon, but we also have Crossworlds. And something interesting I just want to build up here. I don't know if this is intentional for you, Viper. I don't know if you're dialed in now that you're one of us as a Sonic runner. But I noticed you're wearing a specific shirt.
He is.
Yes.
It's a Subaru shirt.
Yes, I've seen the compile. Was it racing all over the world?
Race Across the World.
Race Across the World.
The new campaign for Sonic and promoting Crossworlds there. And they're doing the Subaru rally car. So I was wondering if is
Also,
that what you've done?
Time will be coming up any second now, and we're going to talk about that in a sec. So ready on time, etc., etc. Blah blah. Time. There we go.
Yay!
Also, typical Amy, who should fall in love with?
Sonic!
Sonic! There you go. Aw.
He is so disgusted.
Oh, always.
He's like, get away. So, what, the Subaru
is it intentional that you wore Subaru t-shirt today, considering?
No, I was supposed to wear my Shadow t-shirt, and I forgot. So,
Well, not a
Close
Sonic
enough.
fan,
I
but
close
has a
second.
Shadow t-shirt.
It's a happy coinky dink then, but
It's
yeah,
a close second.
we got. So maybe we get you pick up Crossworlds when it comes out then, and we
I'll
catch you
just
racing
borrow it off Linky, yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a try.
I did ask him, can we put a Sonic stick on the Subaru, and he said no.
Aww.
But we should probably mention the whole Sonic Crossworld. Not a paid ad, by the way. Sorry, Nintendo.
No,
it's not paid.
it's coming soon. We'll have more information about it, hopefully.
Yeah.
You were saying
fingers
if you want to
crossed.
give us a teaser, like that'd be grand. But yeah, no, that is.
He does have a Subaru. Can that count for something?
He does have a Subaru, yeah.
Oh, and then it resets the game. Oh, damn.
And there you go. Yeah. No. So,
Either way.
So Viper, where can people find you?
People can find me at twitch.tv/Viper Races. I mainly do racing games, and surprisingly, this isn't something I've streamed. This was old on offline, apart from I did practice not too long ago. But yeah, I mainly do racing games, such as Victory Rally, the Colin McRae Rally series. Kind of, I used to do that, but still can't do it. But apart from that, yeah, I've been kind of trying to find my own thing with other games. But racing, more or less, is the main thing that interests me. And yeah, that's kind of about it. I should probably give just a few final mentions, final shout-outs if I can. First and foremost, my own communities. So the Viper Discord, my own Discord, my community of people for being so supportive of everything I do. Same with my family, obviously. Linky, of course, being my partner in crime, and obviously like Arg and Hudson, like the whole Sonic community. That's something I never thought I'd ever say, but there you go. I have to say that because of the fact of Sonic Drift, so you know. But no, in general speaking, thanks to UKSG for accepting this, and glad it wasn't a bunch of nerves. Now, unfortunately, that might have been a PB. If it was, it won't count, mainly because of the fact of that I used the reset function for the emulator thing for this. But regardless, I think if I didn't reset, probably close to PB. I don't know. We'll have to see. Either way, I digress. I'm going to quit yapping. I'll pass it back over to Arg. And yeah, very much.
Ta very much there, Viper. Yeah, we are going really fast through this Sonic block here. Shocker, I know. We're coming down to our last game. It is going to be Sonic Mania by Jordy. We will be back in a couple of minutes, folks. Use this time. Stand up, grab a drink, grab a snack. We will be right back, everybody.